of our chapter 6 is right angle triangle. You know what is the right angle triangle? When one angle is of 90 degree, okay, then it is called right angle triangle. Here A, B, C is a right angle triangle because here one angle is of 90 degree, here B is 90 degree. Okay, so when one angle is 90 degree in a triangle, then it is right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle here. Why? Because B is 90 degree. So it is right angle triangle at B. On the vertex where it is 90 degree, then it is called that this is right angle at that vertex. Here this is B is equals to 90 degree. It means this triangle is right angled at B. Okay, right angled at B. Now there are three terms we use in a triangle, in a right angle triangle. First one is base. Base is this one. This side BC is base. This side AB is perpendicular. Perpendicular means the height. Okay. As this triangle, this side is 90 degree, means this is perpendicular of this triangle. So AB is perpendicular here and AC is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay. What is hypotenuse? The opposite side of this 90 degree angle. This is 90 degree angle. Opposite of this is this side AC. So this is called hypotenuse. Here this side is AC. So AC is equals to hypotenuse. And what is hypotenuse? The side opposite to 90 degree, and opposite to B, opposite to 90 degree, this is the side. So this is hypotenuse. And students, always remember that in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the largest side of triangle. Okay, this hypotenuse is the largest side of triangle. These two will be smaller one, and this is the largest one in all the three sides. And if we have to use the short forms, we use B for the base, P for the perpendicular, and H for the hypotenuse. Okay, students. Now, to solve the problems of right angle triangle, we use a property, we use a theorem, Pythagoras theorem. So here, what is the Pythagoras theorem? There will be the use of squares and square roots in that theorem. So before learning that theorem, we will learn what are square and square roots. Okay, squares. What are squares? Here 1 raised to the power 2. This is the power. Okay, and if the power is 2, so we call it a square. So it is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, like this. Okay, and how we solve a square? We solve a square by multiplying that digit by itself. Here it is 1 square. 1 square means 1 multiply 1, and 1 1 is 1. Okay, so square of 1 is 1. Now 2, square of 2 is, means we have to write 2 times, means 2 multiply 2 is 4. So square of 2 is 4. Now 3 square. 3 square means 3 into 3. Square means we have to write that number in multiplication 2 times. Okay, so 3 into 3 is 9. So square of 3 is 9. Like this, 4 4s are 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 9 9s are 81, and 10 square is 10 10s are 100. Like this, you can find out the square of any of the number. Okay, suppose there is any bigger number like 12. So what we will do? If we have to find the square of 12, what we will do? 12 multiply 12, and what we will get as an answer? We will get 144. Like this, you can find the square of any of the number by multiplying it to itself. Okay, now coming to the square roots. What are square roots? The reverse of the square is called square root. Okay, here these are the square numbers, so we can find the square root of square numbers only. These are the square numbers here. Root 1 is 1. Here root 4 will be 2, because 2 2s will be 4. So root 4, this is the sign for root. Okay, like this you can make the sign. So root 4 is 2, like this. Root 9 is 3, root 16 is 4, root 25 is 5, root 36 is 6, root 49 is 7, because 7 sevens will be 49. Like this, root 64 is 8, because 8 eights will be 64. Root 81 will be 9, because 9 nines will be 81. Root 100 will be 10, because 10 tens will be 100. Okay students, so these are the square roots. And if you have to find the square root of any bigger number, suppose you have a number 576, here I am writing 576, but you have to do to find the root of any bigger number. Suppose you have to find the root of 576. So what we will do, we will do the prime factors of 576. You know how to do the prime factors? We will divide it by 2. What we will get? We will get 2 2s are 4, then 8 8s are 16, and 8 8s are 16. Then we will again divide it by 2. We are getting 2 1s are 2, 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8. Again we will divide it by 2. We are getting 7 2s are 14, and 2 2s are 4. Again we will divide it by 2. We are getting 3 2s are 6, and it will be 12. So 6 2s are 12. Now again we will divide it by 2. We are getting 18. If we again divide it by 2, we are getting 9. Now we can't divide it by 2. So we will divide it by 3. 3 3s are 9, and we are getting 1 as a answer here. So these are the prime factors of 576 here. So what we will write? We will write 576 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2, and 3 into 3. Okay, we will write all these prime factors in multiplication here. And for the root, what we will do? We will take them as a pair. Suppose 2 is here 2 times. So we will take 2 times 2 means the pair of 2 here 1 time. Same here, there is 2 times 2. So we will take this as 1 time. Here 2 is 2 times. So we will take as 1 time. And also 3 is here 2 times. So we will take it as 3 here. So what we will get as 576, we get 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and 8 3s are 24. Okay, so root of 576 is 24, and the reverse of it is 24 square is 576. Students, if you will solve 24 square means if you will solve 24 multiply 24, but you will get 576 as your answer. So by this you can find out the square root of any of the bigger number. So students, now we will do the Pythagoras property, or we can say the Pythagoras theorem here. Okay, and we can use this theorem only in the case of right angle triangle. This property is used, Pythagoras property is used to find out the measures of the sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, here I have made the figure PQR as a right angle triangle, right angled at P. Here P is 90-degree angle. So we have done earlier also that this is the base. So PQ is the base here. PR, this height will be the perpendicular. So PR is perpendicular, and the side opposite to the 90-degree. This is the side opposite to 90-degree. So this is the hypotenuse here. RQ is hypotenuse. Okay. Now what is Pythagoras property? Pythagoras property is this, where what is this? Hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Here these are the three measures of right angle triangle, and we can find these measures by using this formula, which is hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Or we can easily write h square, because h is used for hypotenuse, equals to b square. B is for base and plus perpendicular square, and here p is for perpendicular. Okay, and if we write according to this question here, hypotenuse is RQ, so h square will be RQ square. Base is PQ, so base square will be PQ square, and P is perpendicular means PR, so here will be, in place of P square, here will be PR square. Now suppose the question is given to you that base is 10 centimeter given to you, means this PQ is 10 centimeter given to you, and PR is 24 centimeter given to you. It means this perpendicular PR is 24 centimeter and you have to find the hypotenuse. Means you have to find out RQ here. Okay, so what we will do, we will apply this same formula. We will apply Pythagoras property here, which is this hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Here RQ square is equals to PQ square plus PR square. So in these line segments we will put these values as we have to find out RQ. So we will write RQ as it is. RQ square is equals to PQ square. PQ is 10 centimeter. So we will write in place of PQ 10 and here it is square. Now plus PR square. PR is perpendicular 24 centimeter. So we will write 24 square. Now we will start solving it. RQ square means hypotenuse will be, what will be the 10 square? 10 square means 10 multiplied 10. So we will get 100 plus 24 square. 24 square means we have to multiply 24 into 24. Okay, and if we multiply 24 into 24, what we get? We will get 576. Now what we have to do? We have to add them. So 576 plus 100 will be 676. Now here is RQ. As we know that if here is plus sign, so in the equation when we take this plus sign to the other side of the equal sign, it is minus. If it is minus, then it is plus. If it is multiply here, then other side of the equal to sign it will be divide, and if it is divide sign, then it will be multiplied on the other side. Same in the case of square and square roots. If here is square on the one side, then when it will go to the other side, it will be root, square root. And if it is square root on one side, then on the other side of equal to sign, it will become square. Okay, students. So in this question, as this is RQ square, so if it is coming to this side, so this will be root of 676. Okay, so we will get the value of RQ if we calculate the root of 676. And how we will get the value of 676? By prime factorization. We will do prime factorization, and if you solve this, 2, 3 to the 6, 3 to the 6 and 8, then again 2, 2 ones are 2, 6 to the 12 and 9. Then this number 169, it will be divided by 13 and we will get the answer as 13. So we get this as the prime factors of 676. So here 676 is 2 into 2 and 13 into 13. And if we have to get its square root, what we will do? We will do the pairing and we will write it as one unit only. So 2 into 2 will be 2 and 13 into 13 will be 13 here. So we get root 676 as 26 because 13 2 is 26. So we get RQ as 26 centimeter. So our hypotenuse here is 26 centimeter. And students, as I told you earlier, hypotenuse is the longest side. Here we get RQ as 26. It means one side is 10, another is 24, and we get hypotenuse as 26. So this is proved that always hypotenuse is the largest side. Okay. Now suppose there is a question that there is a wall and there is a ladder standing on that wall, and this is the distance between the foot of the ladder and wall. So this will make 90, this will be a right angle triangle because this will form 90-degree angle. So the length of our ladder will be hypotenuse. Ladder will be hypotenuse. Our wall will become perpendicular, and this distance from the foot of the ladder to the wall will be the base. And by this we can solve this question by using Pythagoras property. Okay. So students, this is our Pythagoras theorem. By using this formula we can find out the hypotenuse. But what about base and perpendicular? Suppose you have to find base or you have to find about the perpendicular. What you will do? Simply you have to take, if you, suppose you have to find out the base, so you will take perpendicular to that side. Here perpendicular is in addition sign, so here it will be subtracted from hypotenuse square. So hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square will be equals to base square, and same in the case for perpendicular square. For perpendicular square also, if we subtract base square from hypotenuse square, we will get perpendicular square. So students, if you have to calculate base or perpendicular, you can use these two formulas which comes out only from the Pythagoras theorem. Now suppose you are given that triangle PQR is here, which is 90 degree, which is right triangle, and Q is 25 degree and R is 65 degree. So we will draw PQR here. This is triangle PQR. Here as Q is 25 degree and R is 65 degree. So I am naming it as Q and it is 25 degree. It is R and I am naming it 65 degree. So what is left from PQR? P. So I am naming it P, and this is 90 degree angle here. So according to Pythagoras theorem, what we will write? We know that hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So here hypotenuse is QR. We will write in place of hypotenuse QR, or we can write RQ. Both are the same thing. For base we will write PR because this is the base. So in place of base I am write PR, and perpendicular is this, so we can write PQ here. Okay, so if you are asked that, suppose three of the statements are given to you and you are asked which one is true, so you will draw this diagram like this and you will say that this one is the true statement from all these three. Okay, now suppose a question is given to you, check whether the sides are of a right triangle or not. Three sides are given to you and you have to check if these are the sides of a right triangle or not. So first of all, what we will do, from the three sides we will check what is the longest or largest one. So from 2.5, 6.5 and 6. 6.5 is the largest one. So what we will do, we will do the square of 6.5. So what will be the answer? The largest one is 6.5 here and we will do its square. So 6.5 is, you have to do 6.5 multiply 6.5. And students, there is a shortcut. If you have to find the square of number whose unit place digit is 5. Here unit place digit is 5. It means you can easily find out its square like this. Here this is 5, so we will write 5 5s are 25. Here it is 6. So what we will do, we will multiply 6 by its next number. Here it is 6, its next number will be 7. So we will multiply these two. So 6 7s is 42. So we will write 42 here. Now students, if there was 65, then it was its answer. But here it is 6.5. So what we will do? In multiplication, what we do? We count upon the decimals. We count upon the digits which are after the decimal. Here it is after decimal it is 1 digit, and here also after decimal it is 1 digit. So total are 2 digits. So here also we will count 2 digits from the end and we will put a decimal here. So the answer for 6.5 square is 42.25. Okay. Students, this method is used only for the numbers whose unit place digit is 5. You can't use this method for all the numbers. Okay. Now what we will do, we will take the other two numbers which are 6 and 2.5. and what we will do, we will square them and add them. Okay, so 6 6 36 will be here. What will be the square of 25? We will again do with this method, as unit place digit is 5, so 5 5 is 25, and here it is 2 and the next number is 3, so 2 3 are 6 here, and here the decimal will be before 2 and 5. After adding them, what we are getting? We are getting 42.25, and also we are getting here 42.25. So it means what we are getting? We are getting that suppose H is 6.5 here, because it is the longest one side, and these two are perpendicular and base. Suppose perpendicular is 6 and base is 2.5. So what is the formula which these three numbers are verifying? Hypotenuse formula. That is hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Okay, so here hypotenuse square is this one, so we are getting this as an answer, and equals to this answer is 42.5, and also when we add these two, we are getting 42.25 as our answer. So we are getting here 42.25. These two are equal, so we can say that yes, these three are the sides for a right triangle. Okay, now second part is, here the three of the sides are given 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Here again what we will do, we will take the largest of the number, which is 5. So here 5 5 is 25, and next two numbers are 2 and 2. If we do the square of here, 5 square is 25, and the other two numbers are 2 and 2. We have to do the square of them and we have to add them. So square of 2 is 4, and again square of 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Are we getting these two same? No, these two are not same. It means we will say that here hypotenuse square is not equals to base square plus perpendicular square. It means these are not the side for a right triangle. So students, by this you can check whether the given three sides are the sides for a right triangle or not. So students, here are certain questions related to Pythagoras theorem. Here one question is given to you. There is a tree AC. I have taken a tree AC here. The question is, a tree is broken at a height of 5 meters from the ground, and its top touches the ground at a distance of 12 meters from the base of the tree. Find the original height of the tree. Okay, suppose this is ground and there is a tree which I named as AC here. Okay, and it is broken from point B, which is 5 meters from the ground. So here AC is the height of the tree. The whole height of the tree is AC. It breaks at point B, so that AB is 5 centimeter, because it is given in the question that the tree breaks at the point where the distance from the ground is 5 meters. Okay, now students, when the tree will fall, it will fall like this. This was the point C here. Now this will become the point C, because its top will touch the ground here. Okay, and it is given that this point, from this point to the tree, from the base of the tree, its distance is 12 meter. Okay, so here base is 12 meter. Students, this is 90-degree angle. So here this triangle ABC is right angle triangle. So we will write that here ABC is right triangle. Now here A is 90 degree. This is AB, which we know that it is 5 meter. So here perpendicular is this, base is this, and we need to find out hypotenuse, because what we need to find out, the height of the tree, and height of the tree is this whole AC, and here AC means AB plus BC, and here BC is this side. So first we will find out BC, and BC is hypotenuse here, So we will apply Pythagoras theorem. You have to write that hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. By which theorem? By Pythagoras theorem. You have to write the reason here. Now we will find out hypotenuse square. Here base is 12 centimeter, so we will write 12 square, and perpendicular is 5 meter, so we will write 5 here, 5 square. It is 12 meter and it is 5 meter. So if we do the square of 12, what we are getting? We are getting 144, and square of 5 is 25. So we get 169 by adding both these. So hypotenuse square is 169. Now what will be the hypotenuse? It is square here, so here it will be the square root. It means we need to find out the square root of 169. And what it is coming? It is coming 13, because if you do 13 multiply 13, we are getting 69, 169. It means square root of 169 is 13. So we get hypotenuse as 13 meter. So here we get BC to be, because BC was the hypotenuse, so we get BC as 13 meter. Now we need to find out the height of the tree. So height of the tree is, height of tree is equals to AC. This whole AC was the height here. I am naming it C dash. So AC dash is the height here. So AC dash means AB this side and BC dash this side. Okay. Now AB is 5 meter and we got BC as 13 meter. So the whole height of the tree comes out to be 18 meter. Okay students. Now there is another question, which is find the perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 40 centimeter and the diagonal is 41 centimeter. Here I have drawn a diagram of rectangle, which is A, B, C, D is a rectangle here. Okay, here length is 40 centimeter and one of its diagonal. Here AC is the diagonal, so it is 41 centimeter. We have to find the perimeter of rectangle, and for the perimeter of rectangle we need both length and breadth. This is length here. We need to find out the breadth also. So how we will find out? We know that all the angles of a rectangle are of 90 degree. So here this angle B is also 90 degree. And by this we get that ABC is a right angle triangle here. Here ABC is right triangle. Now we can find out BC here, as BC will be the perpendicular for this triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC. So for ABC, BC will be the perpendicular. This AB side will be the base, and we need to this is hypotenuse. Okay, we know about hypotenuse, we know about base, we need to find out perpendicular. Okay, so we know that from the formula of Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. And here we need to find out perpendicular square, so we will take base square there. So hypotenuse square minus base square will be perpendicular square. So how we will get perpendicular square? We will write the value of hypotenuse, which is 41 square, and base is 40. So we will write 40 square here, which will be equals to perpendicular square. Now what is the value for 41 square? 41 square is 1681. 41 multiply 41 is 1681, and square of 40 is 1600. And if we subtract them, we are getting 81. Here it is square, so this side it will be root 81. And what is the answer for root 81? It is 9 centimeter. So we get this perpendicular side to be 9 centimeter. And if we see in the case of rectangle, it is breadth of the rectangle. So length was given us to be 40 centimeter, and here breadth comes out to be 9 centimeter, and we need to find out the perimeter of rectangle. So here perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. We know this formula that perimeter of rectangle is 2 multiply length plus breadth. So we will put the value of length and breadth here. Length is 40 centimeter and breadth is 9 centimeter. So here we get 40 plus 9 is 49 centimeter. And after that we have to multiply 2 with 49. What we get? We get 98. So perimeter of rectangle is 98 centimeter. So students, by this your chapter is complete. Hope you get all the questions. And for the last exercise of this chapter, you need to learn the square and square roots clearly. Okay students, you need to learn square and square roots by your heart. Okay, so hope to see you next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.